So this video is on indices, so we're going to be looking at powers, and that's not just whole powers, we're going to be looking at fractions and negatives as well. We need to know the laws that are on the left, so make sure you learn those off by heart, and we're going to be using those to simplify and evaluate numbers and looking at roots as well as whole numbers and changing between them. For example, we've got 2 to the power of 2 times 2 to the power of 3. We add those two powers together and this gives us 2 to the power of 5. The next example shows us 2 to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of 3. So this time we're going to take away the powers, so we've got 2, take away 3, it gives us a negative power, and we end up with 2 to the minus 1. If we look at what a power means, we can see 2 to the power of 5 is the same as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which we could write and evaluate as 32. So if you're asked to evaluate, it means writing the value. If we've got brackets, this times it means we've got to multiply the powers. So we've got 2 to the power of 2, brackets 3, the power is 2 times 3, so we get 2 to the power of 6. 64 to the power of a third means 64 cube root. So the fraction means a root. Cube root of 64 is 4. If we look at 9 to the power of 3 over 2, split the fraction up into 2. So we've got 9 to the half in the brackets and then we've got a 3 on the outside. 9 to the half is 9 root, which gives us 3. 3 to the power of 3, 3 cubed is 27. We could have written 9 cubed inside the brackets and a half on the outside, but that does give us a large number to work with, so it's perhaps looking at the root first makes numbers easier when you haven't got a calculator. If we change into index form, that means changing to write the power as a number. So x square root is the same as x to a half. 1 over x is x to the minus 1. Those are the two that we need to remember so that we can work with other powers. 1 over square root x is then those two combined, so it's x to the minus half. If we look at something slightly more complicated, 1 over 32, let's change the 32 to be 2 to the power of 5, so we get 1 over 2 to the power of 5. Then we get rid of the fraction and we make it negative, so it's 2 to the minus 5. Again, we've got 1 over root 2. We can't actually root 2, so we're going to change it to 1 over 2 to the power of a half. And then we get rid of that fraction and make it negative, so it's 2 to the minus half.